Hello. Yeah, are you able to see my screen? Okay. So
Yes,
guys,
okay.
today. Okay. So let's discuss about the SAML. So SAML is also part of the federation, and it is the initial protocol which is started to provide the federation service in IAM environment. So, do you heard in your past experience? Do you heard about SAML? Any one of you know about SAML? What is SAML?
No, Praveen.
Okay. So earlier we discussed about the authorization, that is oath. We discussed about the OpenID. So now third thing is SAML. So SAML is related with OpenID. One second. Hello. हाँ पहुंच गया हाँ अभी पहुंच गया बताइए so initially what's the yes
Okay. I had some mic issues. Actually, I was asking to share us like how much we have covered so far and what is pending in the course content. Can you just take us through that, please?
okay I will share that. Okay, so SAML is let's create a one more diagram here and discuss about the what is the actual problem. Then we go through the SAML. So let's say we have two organizations are there. This is one. Okay, so these are the two organizations. So this is org A and this is org B. Okay, so now in organization B, there is a application here, right? So this application is developed by the organization B, and whoever have the vendor of organization B. So let's say here are the some users. Right. So here are the users. Okay, so let's say there are the two organization A and B. So B is the organization who have an application. So who provides some service, or there is an application which is used for the both the organizations come together to work on a single thing. On some R&D platform, they work on a single thing. So let's say organization B provide a service for the R&D purpose. It may provide some service for the to order the parts. So like organization A is a car manufacturing company. So to manufacture the car, he needs some parts to manufacture it, because every car company is not manufacturing all the parts. Thousands of parts needs to be to assemble a car are required. So not a single car first organization A car company is not able to manufacture all the parts, so he needs to order the parts from the other vendors. So organization B is a vendor who is manufacturing some parts. So let's say it is manufacturing tires or rim or engine parts. Okay, so he is manufacturing some of the parts. Now some users from the organization A needs to order some parts. Okay, so how they can order a part? So for ordering a part, one way is like in old ways, they send an email, they send a post. Okay, send a postcard like we need, this is the purchase order PO, you can send these parts. Okay, this is the one. After it, we have an email system. People are start sending email, we need these number of parts, you can, then there is a purchase order and then they send the parts. After it, things are keep on changing, so organization B develop some portal, so anyone can log into that portal and order the parts. But how can they log into that portal? So after only login in the application, they can only order the parts, right? So this is the thing, right? So how the users of organization A can log into the application in organization B? Can you give any, what are the ideas or thoughts in your mind? Can you share those? Hello? Hello? Venki?
Yeah, Praveen.
Okay, so how they can, how users can log, how users of organization A can log in on organization B?
So one way is that like by using the like user ID and password, if they have registered already in the organization B, so with the help of that, they can be able to log in organization B and they can place an order to get the parts.
Yes. So first way they can register the users here, right?
Yeah. If both the organizations are part of like same company, then why user registration is required basically, Praveen?
No, users are from, these are totally separate organizations. There is no
Okay.
single user. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So first way is they can sign up on this application. So application gives the sign up page. Users can sign up and then they can give the approval through email that this user can sign up and log in. Through the managers are there on both the organizations. Okay. So they can send the email to their counterpart that this is a new team member joined in our organization and please create an ID in your application. So either organization B people can create his ID or he can sign up on that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is a time consuming job. So let's say the person is left from the organization, then they need to remove the ID from here, organization B. Administrative people, people who are managing this application, they need to remove the ID here who is left. And normally organization A people cannot directly inform organization B people that this user left our organization, you can remove it. Remove his ID from your portal, right? So always there will be a delay as well. And sometimes the people forget about it, right? Okay, so this is not the correct way. Right. So, and there is no single sign-on session. If the user here also, if there are the lots of applications are here, let's say here are the lots of applications are there. Right. So here are the lots of applications are here. Good.
Yeah.
Here are lots of applications are there, and users can log into these applications and they are in the single sign-on environment. Once they log in on one application, they don't need to log in, give the credentials again and again, right?
Correct.
Okay, so how they can access this application as well without giving any credentials, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah, Praveen.
Okay. So how we can solve this problem so that the users from here can log into this application without providing any identification to this application to store locally, right? So So this problem, and there should be a single sign-on session. If some user logged in on any of the application, he can also directly access this application without providing the credentials again. So we need to enable the single sign-on session as well between both. So how we can achieve this? This problem is solved by the SAML. So here you can understand this problem. The solution of this problem. So in SAML, there are the two terms are there, IDP and SP, right? So what is IDP and what is SP? So IDP means identity provider. So who is providing the identity information? That is called identity provider. Who is providing a service? That is called service provider, right? So SAML IDP is for providing identity. Okay, so it starts from the first. So this is the service provider where you have multiple services, right? So these are the different services are there. So here is the user. User request is a protected resource here. Okay, the user just open the browser and ask for the to access any of the application hosted in organization B. So he just hit the link, and here on hitting the link, that application is already SAML enabled. So it will automatically redirect the user to the IDP. So he checks whether user is already authenticated or not, right? He checks whether user is already authenticated or not. So we go to SAML IDP. The request goes to the for authentication to the IDP. Unauthenticated user is redirected to SAML IDP with SAML request, right? So on SAML IDP, so it displays a login page. So it displays a login page to the user. So here is the user, the same user. Here it creates in this diagram one more image. So it asks for the username, password. The user provides the credentials. So credentials sent for verification through user database, whatever the user database, either it is OpenAM, whatever the way. Okay, so it checks the credentials against the user database. It may be LDAP or Active Directory or database, and then it will redirect you to the sends verification response to the IDP. So when verification comes to the IDP, whether user is successfully authenticated, so if user is successfully authenticated, then it sends the SAML IDP sends SAML response. So in that SAML response, there is a one term called assertion. So what is assertion here? So assertion is similar to the token, access token. Like access token we have and ID token we have in OpenID, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So like in OpenID, ID token have all the values about the username, first name, last name, given mail ID, from when to when this token is valid, who issued this token, all the information is there. Start time, expire time, right? If you remember.
Yeah, Praveen.
Okay. So everything is there. So in that, assertion also contains the similar information. But in SAML, we call it as assertion. Right? We call it as assertion. Right. So here it sends the assertion. So what is the information in assertion? We will discuss later. So SAML roles. So these are the SAML roles. Asserting party AP or identity provider. Either we call it as AP. Asserting party means who provides the assertion. Like in OpenID, OP is the OpenID provider who provides the token. Right. So asserting party or identity provider. So we call it as a IDP in SAML language. Right. So IDP is a service website that provides user identity information like username, security token, and email address through SAML 2. Request response using HTTP post. Send assertions to relying party. So relying party RP or service provider. This is the actual website client consumes the identity information shared by the IDP through SAML. So this is the relying party, right? Or service provider. So service provider is the application. This is a service provider. This is the actual website client consumes the identity information shared by IDP through SAML 2. So 2 means here version, right? SAML 2. So we are using SAML 2 only. SAML 1 is just used in the initial phase only of development. Assertions, data exchange from AP to RP, or you can say IDP to SP. Either you can say relying party. Relying party, we more call it in the OpenID Connect or OAuth terminology. So, but things are same. So AP to RP, XML data. So the difference between SAML and OAuth and OpenID Connect is they are sending the data in JSON format, right? But in SAML, it is sending the data in XML format. So the amount of data transferring on the wire from one server to other server, it is heavier than the JSON object data, right? So can include user identity, authentication data, or any other attributes. So user actor browser. So user actors are request protected resource from service provider, act as a bridge between SP and IDP for SAML communication. So user is the bridge between IDP and SP and browser, because you are accessing all these things through browser. And this SAML is based on the SOAP request, not on the REST. Okay, the SAML use case diagram. So the primary SAML use case is called web browser single sign-on. A user building a user agent, usually a web browser, requests a web resource protected by SAML service provider. The service provider wishing to know the identity of the requesting user issues an authentication request to a SAML identity provider through the user agent. So here is a how it SSL login at identity provider. So here you can understand here. So this is the user, this is the IDP, this is the SP. So here user browse some application. So start user visits login required web page. Okay, so user visits the web page of the service provider. Okay, just open the browser and hit the URL. So SP falls back to login page if not already logged in. So SP checks whether there is already a assertion is there or not, SSL token is there or not. If there is no SSL token here, then it will redirect this browser SP to IDP post request. Then SP redirect your browser. So here you can see point 3 SP to IDP post request. Okay, type post is a type of a request through browser through validate and pass the SAML request. Okay, so it will validate and pass the SAML request. What kind of? So it checks is logged in or not. So IDP check is logged in or not. And if it is not, if it is logged in here, yes, generate a SAML response with user information. So it generates a SAML response that is called assertion with user information. Send SAML response to SP. Step 8, and ACS verifies this service provider, parse the SAML response from IDP, authorize locally in SP, token expires 20 minutes. So whatever the how that when the token will be expired, everything is set in the assertion, right? User is logged in, redirect to the requested resource. So in step 9, so it says user is logged in, he is authorized, and it will redirect the browser to the application page. So this is the flow when the user is already logged in to any of the local website or any of the other service provider as well. Right. So here is logged in. No, if user is not logged in, user simply open the browser and this is the first website. There is no earlier session. Then is logged in. So no. Step 6, this is a 6A, this is a 6B. Different use case. So login page at IDP. So it gives the login page to the user browser. Redirect user to login page. User provides the credentials here. User logs in. Step 7B. Right. So if user logs in successfully, then again IDP generates the SAML assertion and sends back to the here to the service provider. And service provider checks the assertion and validate, authorize it, and then gives the application page.
Praveen, yeah, this flow is well understood, but I am still not able to get like how we are solving the problem of users like quitting the job and how to make sure they're not able to log in. How that advantage is there, how that exactly works? Because you told the difference is that, right? When compared to earlier what we discussed, and with this assertion way of logging in, you told like in the previous whatever we discussed, it is like user has to register, he has to have some role and then log in. But if you use this kind of a methodology, SAML methodology, then
This diagram.
sorry.
Yeah, this diagram. You can understand this diagram.
Okay.
You are asking how it solves the problem, right?
Correct. Exactly.
So here, how we solve the problem? So we are not going to create users here. Okay, what we are doing? We just create a configuration. The here sp config, right? Okay, we configure the sp here in sp, and we also configure a that is called idp, right? And then we integrate, share the information with each other. So sp knows the idp information, idp knows the sp information. So in this case, we don't need to give any sign up page here or registration page. It will directly integrate.
Okay.
Okay, so
but still that user
still you
has to
need
be
a,
configured. Sorry.
no, still you need a configuration of both IDP and SP. You need to integrate both. So once you integrate, then whenever someone try to access this application automatically redirect that page to the login page of the IDP here. So user from organization A can log in on that page. And once the user is exit from the organization, that user is automatically, let's say this is the user, okay, this user is automatically removed. So that user is not able to access this application, because to access this application you need a user identity here in ID.
Correct.
Praveen, you mean to say the user will be authenticated against to the organization A, not organization B, if I'm
Yes.
not wrong, correct?
No. So organization A users can only authenticate with only their own user database system, with
Yeah,
their
that's
own
in
OpenAM.
this case. Yeah. In this case, in organization B, user information will not be there in organization B. We are just configuring like SP configured organization B and IDP configuration at organization A. When user A of when user one of organization A is trying to log in organization B, then the login page will be redirecting to organization A application, and he is logging. So logging and the login part will be against to organization A, not organization
Yes,
B. Correct?
yes, correct. So here, when you configure both of them, so like if you remember, we open up one URL that is called OpenID Discovery, in which it exposes all the endpoints how to configure the OpenID Connect, right? So here also, SAML also
Yeah.
shares how the SP will trust this IDP, how they will trust both each other. So they initially share some piece of information when you configure both. And in that piece of information, certificates are shared with each other. Right. So here, SSL certs. Okay, some certs from here and some are here. So these certificates are shared with each other. So when IDP sends the assertions to SP, right? When IDP sends the assertion to SP, so IDP encrypt that assertion before sending to SP, right? So now SP already have the certificate shared with this IDP. So SP use that certificate and decrypt that assertion, so that only that SP can open that encrypted assertion, not the anyone else on the internet. Got it?
Yeah, so that means, okay, so now if we follow this, Praveen, then for example, organization A has its own application. Even those application will be configured with IDP, and there will be a SP configuration even in organization A
No.
to access internal applications.
To access the internal application, you can just configure directly with the web agent. There is no need of the IDP.
Okay. But IDP will interact with the local storage, and then only for cross organization boundaries application will be used with IDP. But IDP is in turn connecting back to the local user store, LDAP, whatever we have.
Yes. So you can also use this OpenAM as a IDP for local purpose as well, but that is not recommended. Okay.
But single sign-on works between the web agent application and the SP applications. Like if I have signed on to a local application,
Yes,
then
single sign-on is there because it uses the same SSO token.
it is using the same SSO token. So now, just for example, in organization A, we have say an application to book the flight ticket. Okay, in organization A. So now
Yes.
the guy has logged into that application to book the flight tickets. Now, when he logs in, he uses the regular like web agent, and then a token is provided, and that is burned into a cookie of the browser, and we store the details in the cookie, right? The key, all that. So now
Yes.
he tries to log in into say organization B is an agent where he provides visa. Okay, so he has to fill up some visa application. So he contacts, or I mean, he opens up the organization B website, okay,
Okay.
to fill up the visa application form. Okay, so now basically what's happening is the cookie what we have already burnt into our system in organization A, where while booking the flight tickets, the same cookie is used, and that token is extracted and sent as part of the request in organization B website. Like how
No.
exactly it works?
Yeah. Here is a point. So when the user already have a cookie in the browser, it opens up one more tab to open the Visa website. So Visa
Correct.
website is integrated with the IDP of organization A, so it will redirect to the IDP organization A login page. So the login page automatically detects the cookie in your browser, so it won't ask for you the login. Okay,
Correct.
by using
Yeah.
that cookie, it will generate it checks user is already successfully authenticated. He is having a valid session, right? So after it just create assertion because with that cookie, it identifies the user is also there, who is the user logged in. Then it generates the assertion. In that assertion, it puts some values like username, first name, last name, email ID, given name, number of whatever you configure. Just information about the user and set encrypt that assertion. So here, so there are the two types of certificates are there. One is private key and one is public key.
Okay.
Okay. So this is here IDP private key and IDP public key. Right. And here also SP public key. Right. And here SP private key, SP public key. Okay, then SP IDP public key. Okay, so public keys are shared with each other. So when IDP send the assertion, it encrypts with the IDP private key, right? So assertion is just a packet which contains some information, and that assertion is in the form of XML format, right? So how this organization BSP can decrypt that packet? So it can decrypt it with the IDP public key. So that is also called as a asymmetric encryption. So in asymmetric encryption, if you encrypt some data with one key, private key, you can decrypt it with the public key. If you encrypt with the public key, you can decrypt it with the private key.
Okay. That means, yeah, I got it. So that means this website for visa, right? For applying visa, this URL will be configured in our reverse proxy, like wherever we do Nginx or OpenIG, wherever. There we configure and we put a redirection, right, to IDP, and then.
You don't need to configure in the Nginx, you need to configure in the application itself. So application have their own configuration for configuring.
Okay. So in application YAML, we have to configure.
Listen to me. Let's say if you have a PHP application, so PHP gives you one tool that is called PHP SAML. So you can configure the PHP SAML to protect that PHP application, right? There is a one. You have a Spring Boot application, so then you will use the Spring Boot libraries to configure the SAML. Okay. In more modern world, like if you are using this OpenAM or you are using a Ping product, Ping Federation, then they provide the agents for SAML configuration.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Got it?
So the guy who is using from organization A, we do a configuration in such a way that it goes to organization A's IDP because it is crossing the organization boundaries. But the guy who is in organization B, if he tries to log in and tries to open up the visa application, there is again a configuration which has to be dealt with local, like maybe web agent, right?
Yeah, local IAM provider, SSO provider.
Okay, which could be web agent ideally.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. So now, so for doing this, first we need a one more OpenAM server, right? So one OpenAM server is acting as IDP, other OpenAM server is acting as a SP, right? So guys, so for one more OpenAM server, you need to install one more OpenAM server. So Sridhar, you can perform the steps. Venki, you can parallel it. We need to install one more OpenAM server.
Okay,
let me yeah. Log into your machine.
Yeah, I think Praveen, one doubt has not been clarified yet. If employee of organization A, if he quits from organization, and so how like organization B will come to know as the employee is no longer in the company, and because there is no data persisted in the organization B of employee, so based on the associate token only. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, Venki. There is no need to know that the user is present in organization A or not, he left or not. So when the user is left from organization A, it is the duty of the organization A user management system to disable that user from the identity store or remove that user from the identity store. Okay. Right. Yeah. So share the. Now we need to first install. We need to install the one more OpenAM server, right? Okay. Now go to putty. Okay. Make it larger. check ps-elf pipeline grep Java. Okay. Now log in with su-acme user. So here our organization B name is Acme.
Repeat what user?
Acme, ACME. Let me type in chat. Give it space. Enter. Here. LS. Okay. They gave me the control. Okay, I will perform some steps. So we need to install the Tomcat, ls sso softwares, unzip sso softwares, Apache Tomcat. ls and then clear. Right. Move this Apache Tomcat to Tomcat. Okay. Now two Tomcat servers cannot be run on a single port, right? Already we have a Tomcat is running and that is running on 8080 port, correct?
Correct.
Yes or no?
Yes, Praveen.
Okay. So we need to change the ports. cd tomcat conf file. To open the file, server.conf, server.xml. Open this file. Right. Venki, you are with me?
No, Praveen. I'm just observing what you are performing.
Okay. Let me know when you open this file.
1 second, Praveen. Praveen, I am into that softwares like folder. So where do I need to move this Apache Tomcat to which folder, Praveen?
Just this folder. Just log into there and just run the unzip command. This one. Just run this command.
Okay, Praveen.
Done.
Done, Praveen. Unzip is done.
Okay. Then move this with this command.
Okay. Yeah, Praveen.
Okay.
Done. I just moved that to Tomcat.
Yeah. Then go to Tomcat conf directory.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Praveen.
Okay. Open file server.xml.
Yeah. I opened, Praveen.
Okay. Okay. Here on the server port, change this with 9005 from 8005 to 9005. We need to change the port from 8080 to 9080. So wherever the first 8 is there, replace it with the 9. So 8005 to 9005.
Yeah.
Then go down. Done.
Yeah, done, Praveen.
Okay. There are the multiple changes you need to do. Just do the change wherever it is in color,
Okay.
green color. Okay. 8080 change to 9080. Redirect port to 9443. Done.
Yeah, Praveen. Done, Praveen. I think in just
Okay.
one place only we just replaced with 9.
Okay. 8443 to 9443.
Yeah.
Go down. There is a one more change here. Yeah. Done. Verify it one more time. Go from bottom to upside and see if there is a port is there in the highlighted one.
Double 43.
Okay.
Yeah.
Save it. Run command cd ls bin. Right. So copy command cp sso softwares bin tomcat to bin. Wait. Exit with root and ch mode 755 sso software bin install. Command is wrong. Right? Run this command and then log in again with sc-acme user and copy again. It is okay. Bin have a problem. ch on -r acme user.im home acme user. Run this command. Run this one.
Yeah, doing Praveen. So I'm getting operation not permitted, Praveen.
Log in with root user.
Oh, okay. Just 1 second. Yeah, Praveen. Praveen, I have that.
Okay, done.
Yeah, done.
Log in with acme user and copy again. Copy the Tomcat file again. This is the script to run the Tomcat. Now we need to copy the OpenAM war file to CP SSO software. I have to go in tab. AM-7 var Tomcat web apps. Maybe in your case, your var file at the different place. Maybe you don't have a tab.
Okay.
Done.
1 second, Praveen.
Done.
Praveen, I'm getting like missing destination file upper and after. Let me check.
Share your screen.
Yeah.
You give me the control.
Yeah, given you already.
You have here. Okay, you don't have a temp directory. That's it. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Sridhar, share your screen again. Okay. Run command tomcat start. Okay. Chmod plus X tomcat bin start. Okay. Export Java home equal to SSO JDK. Export JRE underscore home equal to SSO JDK. Set the environment variables.
Yeah,
Done.
Praveen. Yeah, done.
Now on tomcat start.
Still, I am getting permission denied, Praveen. When I run this one, Tomcat start.
Run this one. Run this command.
Yeah, running.
Highlight it.
Yeah, yes, Praveen. Now it is started.
Okay. Open the browser. Okay. Tomcat is running. So this is openam.fma.com and then open it. Right? Hello?
Yeah, it is loading, Praveen. Loading for me. Yes, Praveen.
So we need to configure this for the FMA organization. So we don't need to do for the custom configuration. We will use the default configuration. So select create default configuration.
Okay.
Select the license agreement. Continue. Give the password. Click create configuration. You are here.
Yes, Praveen.
Click on create configuration. It will take some time, right? Let's
Yeah.
wait for OpenAM to configure, right?
Okay. Yes, Praveen, looks like my policy store and user store is not running. So can you start now and restart Tomcat again?
Yeah, Venki.
Praveen, looks like my policy store and user store is not running. So can I start now and restart Tomcat after some time?
No need of the policy store and user store for example, right? Earlier instance of Tomcat. Yeah,
Correct,
run
Praveen.
it.
Okay.
Okay. This is click on proceed to login. And give AM admin password. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So also open one more console for example. So this is on the different port. Right.
Praveen, for 8080, still I'm getting like this configuration page, Praveen, for 8080.
Stop all and start again.
Okay.
Share your screen.
Praveen,
Yeah.
so
Stop
do I
the
need to stop?
login with Forge user. Yeah. Run command tomcat space stop. Now run command start am.sh. Run on ps-elf ps-elf. Check whether the process is stopped or not. ps-elf grep java pipeline grep java. Yeah.
One more is done.
Run command start am.sh.
Start, Praveen. Start comment. Start.
Start am tab. There is a single word. And okay, let's wait for it to come online.
See, register. Yeah, it is done, Praveen.
Hello.
Yeah, open your browser. Remove the cookies or open an incognito window.
I plan it, Praveen. Hello, Praveen.
Yes, remove. Remove it. Remove this one as well. Refresh the page.
Still getting same error.
Why did it give unauthorized access? Open the incognito window.
Yeah, here it is logged in. Hello, Praveen. Sridhar, am I audible, Sridhar?
Yes, you are audible. When you're there, 10 o'clock, I have another meeting, so we might have to drop off. Are you there, Praveen?
Hello.
Hi, Praveen.
Hello.
Yeah, Praveen.
Yeah, sorry, I have a phone call. Yeah. Okay, let me share my screen and do the configuration, right? Either you can share your screen. Yeah, open the consoles. Okay. So open the RealM from example. So first we need to configure the IDP. So in IDP you can see service managed SAML applications. Venki, are you with us?
Yes, Praveen.
Okay, click on SAML application. Click on add identity provider. So two types of configurations are there, IDP and SP. So click on hosted. So we need to configure, this is the IDP. So this is the IDP server, then you need to configure hosted. If you need to integrate SP into IDP, then you need to configure remote SP. Okay, so give here name IDP. Okay, so here also give IDP. Okay, so this is the entity ID. So it's just a name by which you can identify, and with the meta alias for it, which is comes in the URL. So give IDP at two places and click on create.
1 second, Praveen. Yeah, Praveen. Praveen, I clicked on create button.
Yeah, click on create. Okay. Scroll down, nothing to do here.
Okay.
Click on assertion processing, and here, one second, attribute map. So you can map your attributes. So first is UID, SAML attribute, and this is also UID. Right, click on add. So here these are the mappings of attributes which are going to the service provider from IDP. CN, SN, not here. SN, so this is a attribute type of binary types and enable this option. Then given name. Then male. Okay, so these are the attributes which you need to write.
Praveen, can you just go up, Praveen? Praveen, where should I give that one, Praveen? Like this one, C. Do I need to click add button after UID?
What?
No. Do I need to click add button after giving the UID under the SAML attribute?
So this is the user account information which is stored in the assertion, and IDP will send this to the SP.
Okay. Yeah, no. For configuring the same, where do I need to provide this one? CN and SN given name, these attributes. Under assertion processing.
Click on assertion and first option attribute mapper. Don't give anything in the first box.
Okay.
Local map and a SAML map here. Leave blank this one, SAML attribute and local attribute. Gather these values.
1 second.
Okay. Click save changes. You can share your screen. I will guide you.
Oh, okay, Praveen. Because I'm not getting that page. Okay.
Yeah.
Here I given
UID add.
Yeah.
Add.
Yeah, this is what I was asking you.
CN, not this one, only under SAML attribute. That is optional. Add.
Yeah. This one is SN. Okay.
Given name.
Here, Praveen.
Mail.
Here, Praveen. Mail there. Profile.
Yes. Yes. No, there is no need of mobile. Save it.
Okay.
Okay, click on save.
Yeah, that is done, Praveen.
Okay. Now, okay, copy this and paste it in the one more tab. Copy the what I paste in chat. Copy that and paste it in the Okay. So this is the XML metadata information about your IDP, and these are your certificates. One is used for signing, one is used for encryption. Right? And these are the other login and logout URLs. Single sign-on URL, single sign-on service, and single logout. Right?
So how do we got this URL, Praveen?
You can get this from the guides. Okay. Okay, so log in here. Now open the Acme website. Acme. Okay. Acme organization website.
Yeah.
Open this with OpenAM.acme, not with example. Log out this, log out. Log out this one. That's why your browser is giving issue. OpenAM.acme.com :9080. Your URL is wrong. OpenAM. OpenAM spelling is wrong.
Sorry, Praveen. acme.openam.com.
OpenAM.acme.com. Spelling is wrong, man. You are giving AM multiple times.
Okay.
Pinged in the chat.
I am typing.
Copy paste pinged in the chat.
Copy paste from chat. Let's open it. Enter. Here. AM admin.
Okay.
Password. Password.
Given, Praveen. Unauthorized access.
Close your browser and open again. You have cookie issue.
Okay.
You configure your whole OpenAM wrong. That's why it is redirected to example. You configure it wrong. You have to reinstall it. That's why it is giving you the error.
I given correct port numbers only, Praveen. 9080 and 9443.
But
What
you
you
given the wrong host name because it is totally based on the cookie name. So if your cookie name itself is wrong, everything is wrong.
Okay.
You have to reinstall it.
Okay, Praveen. Yeah.
Remove the Tomcat. Okay, remove the Tomcat directory from Acme user. Okay, share your screen.
Yeah.
Praveen, I might have to drop off. Is there anything else you wanted to show, or is it all done? Or
No, it is all done because Venki did a mistake. We have to fix it first.
okay, but otherwise, the SAML is what you wanted to show.
Lots of things are left.
Okay, okay. Hello. Hi.
Yes, we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, Praveen.
Let's wait, we will finish this today.
Yeah. Praveen, so where I did the mistake, Praveen, exactly?
Mistake is here I am using a host name openam.acme.com, right? So you
Correct,
use
Praveen.
openam.example.com and port number is 9080. So you configure the second instance also as a example domain OpenAM server.
Okay. So in which file I kept that, I mean, existing one? That's what I'm asking. In the configuration where I put that openam.example.com for 9080.
What?
You mean to say that like, so I mentioned that openam.example.com for 9080.
That is in whole configuration. It is stored in whole configuration.
Okay.
You should be very careful initially. What is the URL on which you are configuring your OpenAM? Because this is totally based on the cookies. And if your domain name is wrong, your cookie names are wrong.
Correct. And specifically, so I have not given in anywhere like that openam.example.com for 9080. I just followed you and executed the steps
No.
one by one.
You followed me, but that may be openam.example.com auto-filled in your browser. And you overlooked that, maybe.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah, the configuration is completed, Praveen.
Okay, open the realm, configure SAML applications. This we need to configure as SP. Add identity provider, that is hosted. Entity name is SP, and this is service provider below one. SP create.
So in so both the website we should create only hosted, Praveen, not remote. Huh?
Yes, no, we need to create remote as well, but initially you need to create hosted. Okay, click on assertion mapping and map.
Or I should also do it.
What?
This SP is already done in my system, or I should do it.
No. Venki, you or Sridhar, who is speaking? Sridhar?
Sridhar, I am Sridhar. Yeah.
No, it's not done in your system.
It's not done.
Yeah, it's not done on your system.
Okay, so I didn't do that. Then I should go realms hosted or remote. I should do remote. Huh?
No, hosted.
Hosted again. Okay. And
Even
entity
earlier also we have chosen hosted, Praveen. Hosted, right?
Yes, hosted.
So okay, then what I should do? Entity ID SP, and then
Entity ID is SP, and in the below two boxes are there. In the below box service provider, there also give SP.
Okay, in identity provider, I don't have to give anything.
No, I will do it. Wait. Your lots of options are there. I also forgot where to give what. When I see the console, then I get to know properly. Because if you make a single mistake, give the value somewhere else, it will not work. Okay. So here, this is your attribute mapping. So here, these are mapped with a star with a star. So whatever is coming from the IDP, same mapping is here. If you have a different mapping, then give it here properly. Enable auto federation enabled, and attribute which is used for identifying a user is UID. Okay. Save changes here. Right. Services.
I'm just waiting for you to do it, Praveen. I'm not doing anything. Okay.
Yes, don't do it. Yes, in the services, go to bottom, and in bottom assertion consumer service, edit this. And change this consumer to, the location is consumer, change this consumer to auth consumer. Auth consumer, update. So this become auth consumer. Also change this to the HTTP post as well to auth consumer. So this we are doing. By default, the IDP initiated SSO is enabled. So, but OpenAM preferred the SP initiated SSO. Means the connection request should come from the service provider first. Right. So this is saved, and check the metadata here as well. And this time we will check the metadata of the SAML2 JSP So this is the metadata of the Acme server, right? And this the check the metadata of the example server as well. Just change the port number here and domain name. Okay, so these are the two metadata. So these metadata contains the certificates and other useful URL information. Now we need to share both of these. So go to example server, this server, Acme organization server, and go to applications, right? And here add entity provider, just select remote. Okay. So now we need to drop a XML file here, right? So this is the metadata of the example server. So Control A, Control C, open some notepad here. Paste it here. Okay. So on the top, we need to remove this because first line, because this is the warning. Right. And check the bottom as well here. There is no entity descriptor is there, and on the top also entity descriptor. Save it as, I will save on the desktop, idp.xml. Right. So this is saved. Similarly, we need to create a sp.xml. Okay, so this is for example. Let's open the same for the SP as well. Remove this line. sp.xml. Right, save. Now share the metadata information with each other. So first we need to share with the remote entity provider, that is IDP, right? So open this file, open from here, go to your desktop and select idp.xml. Okay, this is idp.xml, create. Okay, so here IDP is created, right? Click on circle of trust. So there is no circle of trust. So just create a Acme port. Both should be in the same trust, and select both. Right, IDP SAML2, ISP SAML2. Click create. So in version 7, they changed the way of adding the port is just a circle of trust in which you can add multiple IDPs and multiple SPs. So the work is done. So in circle of trust, here you have both IDP SAML2, IDP SAML2. Right. Now entity providers, these are your entities. So IDP is remote here, SP is posted on Acme. Right. So now let's open the example.com. Right. Go to SAML applications. Create a circle of trust here as well. So here give the example code. Right. Add one of the service, whatever is present.
This circle of trust, can you please explain?
Circle of trust is just, it creates a boundary like how many IDPs and SPs are there. So like organization B is a service provider which have a multiple vendors. Organization A, B, A, C, D, E, F. So all are the IDPs. So all IDPs and one SP comes under a single circle of trust. It is just a virtual boundary. Click on entity providers.
In both place like openam.example.com and openam.
Okay, now add this is our IDP. So add our SP here. Okay, so here you can select the circle of trust. Okay, select the SP file. So sp.xml. So this file is added. Click create. So it's created. Now go. These are the entity providers. So SP assertion processing. Right here you can map the attributes again. SAML UID. Right, then cn add sn add given name okay, these are added. Now at the last one mail add. Right, now save it. So our IDPs and SPs are configured. So now we need to protect the Acme web services, Acme portal. So go to Acme here and click on identities. So you can see we have only one user, that is called demo. So once it is integrated. So once we log in with the users from IDP, example IDP, so those users are created automatically as locally as well. So for later mapping of the roles and services in the Acme organization portals. So go to authentication and settings. So here account user profile. So make it as dynamic with user alias so that it will create local users locally as well. Now go to trees here. So these are the sample trees which are created. Create tree, right? And SAML tree, just give any name and search for SAML here, SAML authentication, join it here. So if account is exists, then success, and if account is not exist, then provision the account. Provision dynamic account. Account not exist, provision the account, and then join success. Right, no need of failure here. So here in SAML configuration, we need to configure here IDP URL, IDP entity ID, and that is called IDP, right? And SP metalias, right? How to check what to give IDP entity ID? So this you can check here. Somewhere you will get the entity ID here. Entity ID, IDP. Okay. Similarly, you can give here. No need to give any other value. Save here. And now let's test the SAML tree. So here we need to change the port numbers as well. 9080 ACME. Right. So do you have a Firefox? Yes. Open the Firefox. Paste. I will paste in chat here. Okay. Or I will type. No. acme.com:9080 OpenAM XUI login and login and relm equal to root and service equal to SAML tree. Okay, so if it successfully configured, it redirects you to the example here. Login with user.1 and password is password. Click login. So you have a single sign-on succeed, right? So it gives you the single sign-on succeed. Now maybe we miss. Okay. Single sign-on succeed is coming. So here maybe we miss here consumer is coming. It should be auth consumer, right? So maybe we missed some configuration. Let's check that. So go to authentication.
Praveen, just one note, Praveen, like who is the like service provider here, Acme or OpenAM.example.com?
Acme is the service provider. Okay. Go to applications, federation, entity provider, click on SP, and here services. Single logout service. Yeah, here we missed earlier to save the changes. So here should be auth consumer. Update. This is auth consumer. Change for HTTP post as well. Earlier I did, but that is, I think we missed to save save changes, right? So now we will refresh this. We need to integrate again because we change in the configuration. So here also select for auth consumer is coming. Earlier there is no auth consumer. You can search here. There is no auth consumer here. So that's the issue. Copy this and go to Notepad. Remove this, paste, and remove the first line. Save it. So we need to reconfigure it in the IDP. Okay, so here we need to configure. So entity provider. So you need to delete this. Delete entity provider. Add entity provider remote. Example. Right, SP. The roles is SP. Open this assertion processing. So map the attributes. So let's test it without mapping the attributes as well. Okay. Open the private window here and see .acme.com SAML tree user.1 password. So here you can see I am logged in on the Acme organization this time. So it means our single sign-on is working. So if any of our, let's see, web server is running or not. Right. So web server is running. So web.example.com, enter. So here you can see now it is not asking for you any authentication because you already have a session. We logged in with this as I started from the SP, and if I log in, so if I close this here and open an incognito window, okay, I think this is not protected, right? So let's see if it is protected or not. This one I will check. Okay. Okay, multiple agents are there. See which agent you have. You have web agent and app agent. Remove all these. So that you have a clean configuration. Okay. See the URL here. It's for web. Okay, load in this file only. Line 378. Let's see whether access to this file is there with Apache user or not. chmod chown. Make this 0. Okay. Now open this website. and this is protected. We redirect it to the user.1 password. Okay, verification code. Do you have a verification code, Banky?
Yes, Praveen. Just give me.
Yeah, enter it. Done. So here you are able to log in. Now here, open the Acme SAML tree and see. It will redirect to example, but it won't ask for the password, and you are logged in here with Acme. And this user is also created. This is Acme. Right. Go to realms, identities, and this is created here. So similarly, the chain which I used here, you can copy this chain here, right? Okay, you will create that application which you want to protect, integrate that application with the OpenAM and protect that application with this URL, so that it will redirect to the IDP. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Praveen.
Okay, so that's how you can configure the SAML in OpenAM.
Okay.
Okay, so that's enough for today. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Bye bye. We'll meet tomorrow, same time.
This